We welcome y'all to another episode of Sports Talk Unfiltered. We got a good show for you guys tonight. We started a little bit late, had a couple technical difficulties, but we had our number one star guy. We couldn't let him go on without this statistician. So we're excited tonight. We got a good show for you guys tonight. So let's get it. Let's get to it. We are excited tonight about our show, Sports Talk Unfiltered. Sports Talk with a Kingdom twist. We got Emmanuel is back with us tonight. He's been missing there for a couple weeks, but he's back with us tonight. Go ahead and say hi to everybody, Emmanuel.
Hi, everybody.
This is funny.
Good. Y'all go ahead, and if you're on that Facebook, go ahead and share. If you're on Kingdom Purpose TV, we thank you for joining in. We had a great show last week, and we're coming again. Y'all go ahead and introduce yourselves. Go ahead, Tone.
Just want to make sure everybody can hear me. We good?
You good, bro?
You good?
Okay.
You good.
Hey, how y'all doing?
Go ahead, Howard.
He's stupid.
The champ is here.
Good evening. Good evening, everybody. Good evening.
Go ahead, Elliot.
Good evening.
All right. Listen, we had a Monday night game came up on last week. On yesterday. It was a phenomenal game. That young man is balling out in the NFL, and so we want to get you guys' opinion on what happened on that Chargers versus Raiders. Chargers blew them out, guys. Blew them out. And 21-0 at halftime. Justin Herbert, he broke some records. He was the fastest quarterback to 500 passes in the NFL. So we want to talk about it tonight. And the question is to you guys, did the Chargers send a message to the rest of the league? Did the Chargers send a message to the rest of the league? Go ahead, Howard.
Oh my goodness! I told y'all last week. We was talking about Kansas City being who they was gonna be. We know Kansas City is a good team. Yeah, we did. They just activated the young fella who been out of the NFL. We'll see how long he stay in it this year. But last night the Chargers proved that they're a team to be reckoned with. I said it a couple of weeks ago. I said it to we weren't on a couple of weeks ago, but I said it. Their team is good. Defense, they're good. Offensively, they're good. What can you say, man? They're coming for the Chiefs. I'm not saying that they're going to be right there at the end of it now. The Chiefs know that they got some teams in their division now, and San Diego, LA, what you want to call them, Chargers. I just say Chargers. They are coming to take away some things from teams in that division. And I love that, man. That division is going to be a great division to watch this year. If these teams keep playing the way they're playing, I know Denver got an L this week, but the young fella, my man, got hurt, man. Sorry to hear that he got hurt. But the Chargers are showing why they're in first place right now. They're showing why. They're good, Bishop. They're good. They're a good team. They're a good team. That's all I need to say on that one. They're a good team, man. They're a good team.
Go ahead, Elliot. What you got to say on that Chargers? Are they sending a message to the rest of the league?
Yes, they are sending a message to the rest of the league. They played a great game from beginning to end. I will say they do have to play them again. So they will get a chance to show them. Last night, they played good offensively and defensively. They took advantage of some great matchups with the tight ends on the shorter DBs. So really, they blew them out, but I still think they could have put more points on the board. The Raiders did come back, make it a game, but they came up short. The Chiefs, this could be the end of the reign of them. This could be the end of it. Either the Chargers or the Raiders gonna win that division. Kansas City can get a wild card this year. If
Wow.
Yeah. Oh
Wow.
man.
if
Go ahead. Go ahead. Emmanuel.
Ooh.
Well, I'm just like everybody else. I agree with them that this game right here, that was the biggest talk that we had on the job about this game right here, what was going to happen,
Yeah.
and they sent a message, and but I also told them this is only week 4. Teams are just now start really gelling and start really playing because there was a lot of other teams that nobody expected, to lose because they were looking good. But like he said, Elliott says, they got to play them again. And knowing Jay Gruden on them, they're going to come back with revenges.
Tone.
Mm.
All right, so first I just want to let it, man, it's John Gruden. But for anybody who thought that they sent a message, haven't been paying attention all year, the Chargers were exactly who I thought they were. If any message was sent, it was the Raiders, and it amplified the holes that they have. And the one hole that they have is that offensive line. They started off the year with a weak offensive line, and it got weaker when they got injured. And so that pass rush that was on Carr all game, they couldn't run the ball. The only way they could get Jacobs the ball was out of the backfield. So I don't feel as though the Chargers sent a message. The Chargers are who we thought they were. They were pretty good, and I still hold strong to the fact that as the Chiefs just got better by adding another weapon, I mean, right now they're one game behind, and they could very easily go into LA the next time when they play and do to them what they did to the Eagles. So I do agree the Chiefs are a good team, but I knew they were a good team coming into the game. So there was no message sent for me.
Okay, so no message sent. You just always felt like there was a good team anyway.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, I told you guys last week that the quarterback that I would take as far as the young quarterbacks in this league, if you were to take Patrick Mahomes out of it, it would be the young man playing in LA. He is right now already performing like one of the best quarterbacks in the league. So I still wouldn't take him over Dak right now because Dak still has that additional element, plus the experience. But that was the question from last week. But I told you guys that Herbert would be the guy had that not been that question.
All right. Any other comments on that? Y'all all they Tony say they not sending a message because the message was already sent because of how good they were.
I don't believe that part. The reason why I don't believe that part is because it's another season, and what they've done at the beginning of the season show they could just as well as be undefeated as well. Field goal by Dallas beat them. Some things that happened in that game. They could have also won that game, but I think that the climb from last year to this year, they've got a young team. First of all, their coach, I'm excited about because he ain't scared to do nothing. He is in it to win it. He going for it on fourth downs and threes and getting them matchups that he wants on fourth down. That shows a lot of that. That's a character there. That's a characteristic that he has that I love. I love that about that young guy that he's leading this young team. And Herbert is gonna get better, Tone. I agree with you on that, man. This dude is tough. This young boy, and what is his second year? This young kid is gonna be something to reckon with in the future to come. I'm telling you, because he has no fear. He's throwing that ball like he reminds me of Aaron Rodgers in a sense. He really does. He reminds me of Aaron Rodgers, but I think he's better than Aaron Rodgers was in his second year when he started playing. Anyway, this kid is going to be something to reckon with, man. This team is something to reckon with. That's why I didn't think that they would be, as good as they were or as good as they are, but they're showing, man, that they coming for the Chiefs, Tone. They coming for the Chiefs.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. All right, up next, good talk, guys. Up next, the Ravens played the Broncos on Sunday. We had to get into it. Couple things we're going to talk about with that game. But there was a big controversy about the last second run of Lamar Jackson to get the rushing of 100 consecutive yards. We're going to listen to Vic Fangio's comments, and then we're going to come back and talk about it.
Did you have a problem with the last play that Baltimore ran?
Yeah, I thought it was kind of bullshit, but I expected it
No
from
beef
them.
on that, by the way, guys.
37 years in pro ball, I've never seen anything like that. So, but it was to be expected, and we expected it
Why did you expect it from them?
because I just know how they operate.
Woo.
You know, that's just their, mode of operation. Their player safety is secondary.
Is that something anybody
God, dog.
Wow.
We didn't talk about it during the week, but I'm sure the players were aware of it. You guys made them well aware of it.
I'm just making sure you probably heard what Vic Fangio said about the play. And I mean, the one part he said that he expected it, and it was because I know how they operate. Just that's their mode of operations, where player safety is secondary. I didn't know how you want to respond.
I mean, I thought we were on good terms. We had a nice chat before the game. Known each other for a long time, but I promise you, I'm not going to give that insult 1 second thought. That's what's meaningful. What's meaningful to us might not be meaningful to them. Their concerns are definitely not our concerns. And, we didn't expect to get the ball back, but we decided that if we got the ball back, we were going to try to get the yards. And we got it back with 3 seconds left. So you're throwing the ball in the end zone with 10 seconds left. I don't know that there's a 16-point touchdown that's going to be possible right there. So, that didn't have anything to do with it. So, like I said, it's meaningful to us. It might not be meaningful to them, and we're not going to concern ourselves with that.
Man, they fighting words right there. They had good gracious, man. Both of them was unleashed.
Wow.
All right, guy, what's your take on this situation? Tone, you can go first.
As a resident Broncos fan, I feel only, and I need to let you know that I'm a diehard Broncos fan, and I personally feel like Vic Fangio need to take his skirt off and get big boy football at this point. For him to say that he's never seen anything like that, this is the same guy who was in the league when Brett Favre went down to let Michael Strahan get a sack record. The game was over. They didn't put anybody in danger, but this is a record that has not been done since the 70s. All these games of straight 100 yards, and they were only 3 yards short. Why would they not go for it? They were 3 yards short of breaking the record. It didn't hurt anybody. It's not like they lined up and threw a bomb because they were trying to catch a scoring record. All they did, and then once he got to 3 yards, what did he do? He went down. They didn't run a play where they were going to be running into people. They ran it around the outside. They didn't try to break it. All they wanted to do was get to 3 yards. If you don't like it, stop them. Not on that play, but stop them the rest of the game. Honestly, Vic Fangio, I'm sorry. And the best line to me was when Harbaugh said, I didn't know there was a 16-point touchdown play. The game was over, but you throwing a Hail Mary to what? Keep the score close? What's the point of that? So how you going to get mad at him for you not taking the knee when he did that? Vic Fangio is dead wrong in this. John Elway was dead wrong when he hired him. I got a feeling that no matter what the record is, this might be the last year for Vic Fangio because he ain't cut out for this game.
Elliot, you got something on that take?
Yeah, I'm disappointed in his comments. This is a business, but at the same time, it's a game. And the game is about accomplishments, achieving certain goals, and there was nothing wrong. Nobody, like I said, Tony said, no one got hurt. He ran a play. He ran it to the outside, and after he got the yardage, he went down. So I didn't see the harm in them going for a record that, like I said, ain't been done since the 70s, and it's about the game. He took it too far, took it too personal. I think he just was a little upset, emotional, losing the game, and he reacted. He probably regretted. Hopefully, we'll get an apology soon from him, but he was dead wrong.
Emmanuel.
Well, the Ravens coach, I'm looking at it that he was looking at his team and looking at everything else around him. And he knew that if they could do it, because that record haven't been, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, since the Steelers, 1974 through 77.
Yes.
And the thing about it was they saw an opportunity and they took it. But at the same time, like the coach said, what's meaningful to their team might not be meaningful to other people. And at the same time, the other coach should have been a great sport about it, although he lost. But don't take it out on the other team because they lost. You know, and like Tone said, this might be his last time being in the coach there, because he really showed bad sportsmanship. That was unnecessary.
Boy, Emmanuel, you bringing it tonight. All right, go ahead, Howard.
Listen, man. Fangio should just go sit down somewhere, like Tony said. Take your skirt off, man. This is football. Like he said, you down by what 16 points. You should have thought about that during the beginning of the game. Think about that then. But I would say this: it's the same message. Tony like Cheerios. I like Frosted Flakes. Oh well. So what, man? Come on, man. Won't you look? What I would like to see them go, both of them put on some pads and go on the field. How about you do that?
Hey
And
man,
then
'cause
say
they
what you got
talking
to
they
say.
talking like they want to throw hands.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
was
Fangio
man,
don't
that
want
was
that smoke.
crazy though.
Fans don't
Fangio
want
was
that. Yeah,
salty.
he don't want that. He better been a
Them
straight.
He was
Harbaugh's
salty,
crazy.
man.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got on
Yeah,
that. But listen, what we
he was
want to talk about
salty,
is
man.
that New England last call that they made on the field goal. He's getting a lot of flack. I was reading somewhere where that was the third worst call of the week, trying to get him to kick a field goal, 56-yard field goal, when he felt like a lot of people were saying they should have relied on their defense. Tom Brady really wasn't doing a lot that they could have relied on their defense. So what do you think about that? Did you think Bill made the right call to go for that field goal, or do you think he should have tried to get the first down? It was 3 yards. He needed to get the first down to put the game away, get a little closer to take that field goal and to go that way. What do you think, Tone?
Honestly, the fact, if it was not a rainy game, I would say go ahead and take the field goal. But it had been raining, and if you guys watched the whole game, I was actually impressed with Jones' ability to maneuver within the pocket, to hit the checkdowns, to make the right plays and not make the big mistakes and not make the catastrophic mistakes. I think if you draft this guy, he's a young guy, but you saw what had been working well. You know, every team has a 3-yard play in their playbook to say, if we absolutely have to get it, let's go ahead and get it. And if for no other reason, I would have done it just to make sure I ran more clock, not to give the Bucs the ball back, because you know, Tom Brady, he eats leprechauns now, so it no matter when the last seconds of the game, he gonna get every call, he can move down. So me personally, I would have done it for that reason, but I can see where the field goal might have felt like a good decision, just not in the rain.
What do you think about that, Howard?
Look, if man, he darned if you do, darned if you don't. Just that simple. If you wouldn't for it on 4th and 3, you would have got it. They would have cheered you. If you wouldn't have got it, they would have booed you. Now you go for a field goal, and they talking about the man about it was wet. I understood that, but if I'm not mistaken, your boy had kicked like 10 or 12 field goals in a row or something like that. I think it was 13 or 14. But listen, the rain could have caused the field goal that he kicked. He kicked that thing almost perfect. It just hit the upright. It just hit the left upright, man. He would have made it if it would have hit the upright. But you darn if you do, you darn if you don't. I think they made a good call, man. But I'm like Tony almost, yeah. You don't want to get Tom Brady the ball back. The defense was playing out of their mind, which we thought that they would. You know, they was definitely trying to make sure that Brady didn't get that win. But come on, man. I don't know what I don't know what they want with the coach. You make this decision, they mad at you. Make that, they mad at you. And then if you don't do this, they mad at you. So where do you go? What do you do? I
Tell
don't
them
know,
what to
man.
do, man. You want to tell them what to do.
See, let me tell you something. I listen to everybody
Uh
just
oh.
say what they said, and I understand what Howard said. It just any given Sunday, anything can liable happen. You know, pull up your big pants and keep on moving. But one thing they did not want to do is put that ball back in his hands. Because I ain't trying to be funny. He is the GOAT. And that Joker, he was going to make him punish.
Don't say that. Hold on, man. Don't say that GOAT statement on this panel. You won't hear for like 4 weeks in a row where it was an issue about the GOAT statement. So I'm going to go ahead and go.
I apologize, so.
No, you don't have to apologize, sir. I understand why you said that. I'm just saying we had a big issue about if Tom Brady was the GOAT or not. But we're not going to talk about that. Emmanuel, I'm with you, but I'm going to go ahead and pass the mic over to Elliott because them two people on your left, they had a problem with that. But we're not gonna talk about it though.
His bottom of his lip, Lord Jesus.
Robert Orr the GOAT. He got more rings than Jordan.
See, there we go. Y'all
Uh-oh.
can start something. Now I put this in here. Now, I don't want to use this yet. Now I put this in here just in case I had to come on and straighten somebody out. I put that in there for that reason. So I'm not gonna use it. I'm not gonna use it. I'm gonna go back to where we was. But if I have to come in here and straighten that situation out, I'll come in and straighten it out. But we're not gonna do that right now. So Elliot, we're gonna give you your chance. Go ahead, Elliot. Go ahead.
It was a 56-yard field goal in the ring. If it had been 55, we wouldn't even be having this conversation.
No,
coach's decision.
No, because we giving Tom the ball back with 59 seconds and two timeouts.
In the rain, which you had been having trouble all night.
Good point.
Tom missed a lot of open receivers. He hit a lot of receivers that was open, dropped the ball. So it was what, 58 seconds left? 57?
Yeah.
I don't think we'd be having this conversation.
Okay, I understand, guys. I understand. We was here though, but look, we gotta talk about them Cowboys real quick. They've been making the show every week for some reason.
Why I gotta be real quick though?
Okay. Ezekiel Elliott and the Dallas Cowboys ran over the NFL's #1 defense, answering a lot of questions about the legs of Carolina quarterback Sam Darnold. Elliott carried 20 times for 143 yards, two-time rushing champion. This was his first triple-digit game of the season. Dak Prescott threw for 4 touchdown passes, and the Cowboys beat the Panthers 36-28. My question to you guys, is Dallas the best team in the NFL? Elliott, go.
Wow. Today, yes. I'll give it to you today. They're the best team in the NFL today. They're playing on all cylinders right now. The offense look good. Offensive line doing an excellent job. They rushing. They got a two-headed rushing attack going on. Right now, they are the best team in the NFL. But we only in week 4. But I'm gonna give them their props.
Okay, go ahead, Emmanuel.
Hey, I was listening to a report on YouTube today, and they were doing the power rankings, and I was watching the way Dallas was playing. I was telling the boys at work, I said if they gelling the way they are, they're going to be really good for the rest of the season. I'm gonna give them their credit where credit is due. But the ranking, they ranked them number 6 out of all the other power teams. They were saying they was number 6, and I'm like, how can you do that? Because they are proving themselves. Once they got them stuff together, Zeke and all the boys, they are really playing. I can't take nothing from them. I can't sit here and lie and say, no, they suck. No, I can't say that. They are really they are bringing it to these teams, and they trying to prove. Now, they send a message. I can really say that. They send a message to watch out for them. And they might be they might win their division. We don't know.
They might win their division. They gonna win the division.
Did you just say Mike?
Hey, any given Sunday.
I still say the team in Washington gonna win that division. They are the defending champions.
All right,
was done.
Yeah, man.
Emmanuel was done.
The team in Washington, they are the defending champs.
Okay, the team in Washington. Okay, Elliot, you done too. You banned. Okay, listen.
Elliot,
we're gonna leave the rest of the time for Howard to talk, but I will say this. No, they are not the best team in NFL, and here's why. I do really like what they're doing. I say what they do, but we forget that week 1. I know y'all gonna say it was a close game, but it was a game that they lost. So every one of these top teams that has a loss, with the exception of the Green Bay Packers, it has been a close loss that could have gone either way. To me, that's disrespecting the only undefeated team left in the league. You can say what you want about them, but the Cardinals are the only one who don't have anything other than a 0 in the loss column. But not only that, you want to take the Rams. The Rams, their one loss. Who was that one loss to? Oh, yeah, I get it. So here's the thing. Cowboys are coming. They are good. But until they get rid of that Division 1 or FCS coach that they got? Because I'm telling you, if it weren't for the rest of those coaches bailing him out, he is praying that the other coach can take the challenge flag out his pocket and can whisper him, here, please call a timeout. Please call. That's why he keep his headphones on all the time, so somebody can tell him what to do, because if you leave it up to him, he's going to screw it up. Mike McCarthy might have been a good coach at one time. He is by far probably the worst coach in the league that still has a job right now. And the reason why he's still in the league is because he can be under Jerry's thumb. But make no mistake about it, Quinn and I forgot your OC's name, but those guys have the Cowboys where they're supposed to be. So, yes, they are among the best teams. I will not give them credit because it takes an entire organization to win a title. And right now, I think he will do more to help them lose it than the Cowboys winning it. So I still put them up there. I would probably have them somewhere around number 4. I wouldn't have them all the way down to 6, but I would probably have them somewhere down number 4.
Howard.
Hey, Elliot, I appreciate the love that you giving my boys, but you messed it up when you said Washington gonna win the division. You sleeping or something. I don't know what you doing, man. You done stepped away and started drinking. Listen. As far
Only
as far
4
as
games.
as far as Dallas is being the best team in the NFL, I'm with Tony on this. The Cardinals are the best team in the NFL right now, hands down. Even if they may have had a loss, the Cardinals are the best team in the NFL right now. Dallas, I will put them in the top 3. I wouldn't say 4. I'll put them in the top 3. But listen,
Name your 3.
McCarthy,
Name the two above them.
the 2 above them.
Yes.
I if the Rams would, I say the Arizona Cardinals. I say the Rams,
What about the
and then
Packers?
I might even, huh?
What about the Packers?
Nope. You know who I'm gonna go? Nope. You know who I'm gonna go with after that? I'm gonna go. No, I can't put them above Cowboys.
Well, you
They
can't
got
go with nobody
Dallas
because you
beat 'em.
named Cowboys 3.
No. Well, under 3, I will put the Chargers. I put the Chargers right there. Kansas City and the Chargers, you could swipe vice versa. You know, you could go and they can go in the top 3, it don't matter. But
All right.
Dallas they're coming,
All right.
and
So,
they're not.
Tony,
They got to prove themselves.
you're saying
They
Cowboys
got
are
to prove
amongst the
themselves.
best, but not the best right now.
That's correct.
How would you agree with that too?
I agree.
Emmanuel,
I
what did
agree.
you say
I
about
agree.
that?
I agree.
I said right now
He don't need to
the
say
best.
nothing.
They are the best.
Oh,
And
I'm
then Elliot,
giving you some love, and you gonna say that? Well, y'all still
Yeah,
suck.
because you said they might win the division.
No.
You gonna say they're the best and then say they might win the
yeah,
division?
yeah.
Don't
Yeah,
get
that's
upset if
funny.
I put a mic on it because we still early.
No, I'm
It's
saying
only
you say
game
they're the
4.
best. You say they're
How
the
can the
best,
best
but you
team
say they
not win
might.
the division?
Well, okay. Y'all both see.
I
Now,
said
y'all
as
wrong.
of today. There's only
Thank you,
4
Elliot.
games.
Thank
We
you.
got 17 on
Yeah,
the
as
schedule.
of today, that was the key word.
Yes.
No. You got 13 on the schedule. 4 of them
Because
been
4
played.
go.
Let's say 13.
Yeah, 'cause y'all got to see me.
Good point. All right, guys. Look, Urban Miles, man, he's a coach, always talking about distractions and people not having distractions. And he had a little incident coming up here, and I want y'all to hear his apology, and then we're gonna talk about this real quick.
Yeah, I just apologize to the team and the staff and for being a distraction. It's stupid. And so I explained everything that happened and owned it, and just stupid. Should not have myself in that kind of position.
Urban, did you fly back with the team, or did you stay in?
No, I stayed to see the grandkids, and we all went to dinner that night at a restaurant, and then there's a big group next to our restaurant, and they wanted me to come over and take pictures, and I did.
All right, he breaking my heart when I listen to him. All right, my question is Urban Meyer on the hot seat already? Because you know they 0-4.
No.
Beyond this distraction, they 0-4. Go ahead, Tom.
Urban Meyer was on the hot seat when he brought in that strength and conditioning coach from Iowa that was a known racist, and everybody didn't like him. Then, on top of that, he's got the number 1 pick who really isn't playing that poorly. But his team is 0-4, and they look like a 0-4 team. Like they look like they not supposed to have no wins. Like even though they keep it close, they look like a bad team. I think what's happening is Urban Meyer see the writing on the wall, and he's trying to get fired early so he can go ahead and coach USC because that job is still open, and he can go back and go to the college game where he has been successful. But a lot of these college coaches coming to the NFL and realize it's not the same ball game because these grown men you can't threaten grown men with playing time because grown men still getting paychecks. So it don't matter. And so I think he is on the hot seat. I think it should be on the hot seat, and I think Khan is going to try to look for a way to fire him with cause because if he fire him right now, he's going to owe him like $40 million to not coach. That's a very good gig if you can get it.
If you can get it, that's a very good gig if you can get it. Howard, is he on the hot seat?
Man, I don't know what hot seat is for him. They suck anyway, man. With him as the coach right now, they've been bad for some years now. That's why a lot of people are trying to get up out of there. They're horrible. They are horrible. But whatever he did, man, um, he took pictures with people and do what stars do, man. You ain't fly back with the team. They suck anyway. You ain't need to fly back with them. Maybe
you ain't need to fly back. Whoop. See now you just talking overtime and you just saying stuff.
It don't matter, man. Yeah, I don't even care about this subject because we trying to get to see what Emmanuel gonna say. Go ahead,
Emmanuel. Go ahead.
Well, I look at this. Certain things come up and people use things to get other people out and move them. And I think this woman dancing in front of him, he made a bad decision. Although people take pictures, post things, and that, but it's not all. I don't think because he just did a Jimmy Swagger. He went out there and apologized.
Jimmy Swagger. Good God, you put the man on. You put Jimmy on the man. Good
he went out there and apologized. He apologized in the open.
Oh, okay. The apology is the Jimmy.
Yeah, the Jimmy.
Okay.
The apology. Right. So he went out. He apologized, but at the same time, his distraction is going to cause him a job because, like everybody's saying, I'm listening to everybody that he almost like he got a paper trail behind him not being successful. So this is adding more fire, gas on fire. So they give him something to get out because if people don't want to follow somebody, that is not a good example, especially for kids. I know I would say they superstars do what superstars do, but no, you still got to be. You're an NFL coach. People look at you. You have to have some kind of moral and standard, or told them.
What did he do bad? What did he do? What did he do bad? What did he do bad?
He 0-4.
Yeah, 0-4. And then
if he was 4-0, this would even be a story.
Yeah, and that's another thing, and it's good.
Yeah, it would be
spoken of. Yeah,
the man tried. Look, and the thing is, what he apologized, but the whole time, if y'all looked at his apology, he wasn't looking at nobody. He was looking down. What was he looking down at? I just need to know who he was talking to.
That was shame.
He was ashamed. That was shame.
Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, he definitely on the hot seat. I think it was an embarrassing moment. I don't think that he's a professional NFL quarterback. Coach. He had a responsibility to be with the team on the way back to Jacksonville.
That was worse than anything.
The one thing having dinner, but the other thing that he did wrong was not accompanying the team back. That was his ball club. He should have been with them on the ride back. Yes, the distraction, embarrassing distraction, but we human. His problem was he didn't accompany the troops on the way back home.
I think that's the part of the story that ought to be magnified than anything else.
This ain't college.
This ain't college.
You can't do what you want to do. I don't care what kind of celebrity you have. The NFL is like the NBA. It's the league where the coach is second fiddle. The stars are on the field. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? In college, you the star. Yep. In the NFL, the stars are on the field. So you have a job to do. You gotta You got to show some responsibility. How you gonna want me to go out there and play hard when you should be in there studying why we can't move the ball at the end? Why you sending out routes with a quarterback and you ain't sending but two people out in the routes and you not getting people open? You're supposed to be able to scheme people open so that this young man can have the kind of success that some of the other rookie quarterbacks are having. But you're not doing that. And part of the reason why you're not doing that is because you're frustrated at losing. Somebody made the excuse, oh, he's never lost 4 games in his entire career. Oh, well, you took a team that lost 15 games in a row. What did you think was going to happen when you got here?
Right.
Did you think you had the magic elixir? He ain't cut out for this. And then
No,
every time,
because he ain't recruiting.
no, exactly. And then every time you look at every stop he's ever been at, with the exception, I believe it was Bowling Green when he was, or when he was at Utah. Every time things get hot, he bails. He either gonna get sick and decide to spend more time with his family, or he gonna but he is going to bail. And the only reason why he ain't gonna quit is because if he gets fired, it's a big paycheck at the end of the day.
Yeah, he ain't quitting that job. He ain't quitting that job unless he gives some kind of buyout or something. They come up with some kind of agreement. Real quick,
They're gonna keep him, man.
I mean, this is first year. They got to keep him. They ain't paying
First
that man
year,
$40
man.
million.
Yeah, ain't going nowhere.
I don't care how much money you got. They ain't paying them $40 million to be on the bench.
Yeah.
I mean, to not coach.
No.
And a lot of
Ask
them
Freddie
college
Kitchens.
and a lot of them college coaches, man, they think they can come to the NFL and do it, and it don't work out.
Ask Freddie Kitchens, can you lose a job after 1 year?
Yeah, you can. You definitely can. You definitely can. Listen, this Saturday night, guys, I want to skip something. We got much time left, but this Saturday night they got Wilder Fury 3 is coming up this Saturday night. Draw the first one, knockout by Fury the last one. What I want to know is who you got, Emmanuel.
Tyson. I got Tyson because I believe, the other boy Wilder, man, he talk a lot of trash, but I think Tyson got his number on how to defeat him for real, and it showed in other fights. Unless he trained different, if he trained different, he can bring the heat. But I don't see that. I don't see that coming.
Elliot.
Oh man, I think I'm gonna go with Wilder, man. It was good. Had a good couple of fights. I'm just excited seeing him get back in the ring, man. But I'm going with Wilder.
Howard.
Listen, man. Wilder needs this fight so bad that he almost got my vote. He needs it so bad that I'm on the edge that I want to pick him, man. But this big boy Fury has been picking him apart since they started fighting. They had a draw the first time. He lost to Fury. Fury knocked him out the second time. So I'm with you, Emmanuel. I hope that he went back and somebody helped him, showed him how to box or something, because he can't go in there no other way, man. If he go in there and try to knock this dude out, he can get knocked out again. It's just that simple. I hope somebody taught him how to box, man.
Hey man, listen, they always say that styles make fights, and this matchup is not a matchup that the Wilder can win. Wilder is a puncher, but in order to be a puncher, you have to have someone who's willing to stand in there and go toe to toe with you. Tyson is not standing in there going toe to toe. Tyson is boxing and going toe to toe. So he's fighting someone, and he's used to being the bigger man in the ring. Tyson Fury is way bigger than him. He's got longer arms. He's a better boxer, and he shows that he has power. If Wilder doesn't catch him with a punch that while he's doing some of this, all this, and all that, if he don't catch him when he's doing some of that, he has no chance of winning this fight. It's just one of those styles make fights thing. And unfortunately, he should have went after Joshua because Fury ain't the dude.
Yeah, I don't see Wilder winning. I see Wilder getting knocked out again. I don't think it's going 12 rounds. I don't think it's going 12. Go ahead. You gonna what, Howard?
I'm gonna give him a 10% chance, man. Because like Tony, he's got to be able to. He got to throw a haymaker from heaven to.
That's 5%.
That's just
down
luck.
5.
That's not even a
Oh.
And then
percentage.
listen, man, listen.
I can't even give you a percentage on that. That's just a lucky punch.
And then listen, Wilder done took his
He can
best punch.
get him, man.
Wilder ate his best
No.
punch.
No. Wilder ain't ate his best punch.
You don't think
He
Wilder
ate
ate his best punch?
No, because when he hit Wilder, it put it this way: if Fury wasn't such a good boxer, when Wilder connected and hit him in the fight number 2, that fight would have been over. But the only reason why he stood up is because he was going back and he turned with the punch, so it was a glancing blow, even though it got him. If he was any less of a boxer, he would have went to sleep. Ain't nobody took Wilder's best punch. Now I will give him that. He's a better puncher, but nobody.
I disagree 100%. I think Wilder. I think Fury is gonna knock him out. And Elliot, unless Fury, I just don't know how hungry he is for real. That's the only thing.
Wilder is hungry for this.
Yeah, but you could be hungry all you want, but you still might not have Ruth Chris money. He could be hungry eating that hardest.
Hey,
I'm just saying, he hungry, but man, listen, that Fury dude is a boxer. Tony said he bigger than him, he heavier than him, and I think he a little crazy
he
too.
is.
Anybody that'll lick your blood, man, you don't want to fight him. You want to stay away from people who drink blood. You don't want to be like, people who lick blood off your neck and shoulder and all that. Man, that's a different type of crazy. That's a different type of crazy.
You'll never catch COVID.
Hey Bishop, what I will say this. I'll say this.
What'd you say, Emmanuel?
I said he'll never catch COVID.
But look, if Wilder stopped coming in the ring with all them Egyptian king outfits on and just come in there like he got some sense, he will get knocked out in the 8th round.
He
can't let technique.
Hey, Bishop.
He don't have no technique.
He don't. He's just a puncher.
He's a puncher.
That's all he is, a puncher. And don't get me wrong,
that
has carried him a long way.
Yeah, because he's been knocking out some quality.
He cannot let this big dude lay on him, man.
How he gonna stop him?
That took a lot.
You gotta be a boxer
he
to
gotta
stop
move.
him.
He got to move.
But that's a
He
boxer.
gotta move.
They can move.
You didn't watch fight number 2. He didn't get a chance to lay on him because he was throwing punches the whole time. He was hitting him like they were in sparring practice and he was just trying to work out to get his shape together. Like that's what he was literally throwing punches the whole time. And whenever he wasn't throwing punches, he backed up, put his hands behind his back and was like, what you gonna do? And then every time Wilder stepped forward, he stuck that jab out there and he was hitting. Y'all didn't see the demoralizing look on Wilder's face when he was getting hit with those jabs. Not the hard right hand, just the jab. Him sticking that long wingspan out there, that 6'9" reach, he's sticking it out there. Wilder was demoralized. He couldn't
demoralized.
You could see it in his face. He didn't want to fight no more. And then he turned around and tried to be tough, like around about the 4th round. He wanted to get in his face, talking about but that was fake. Because when he turned around and went to his corner, he looked like he was like he gonna cry in the car. It looked just like that, man. He went over there and he was like, I don't want no more of this.
Look, man, he don't want no parts of that dude, man. You need to leave Fury alone. Everybody got a guy they can't beat.
It's set up for us to watch this Saturday, man.
It is.
Watch
It's
this
set
Saturday.
up that way. That's why they're gonna get all that pay-per-view money because people like you thinking it's gonna be a fight.
People like you think it's gonna be a fight. That's why Tyson.
I give him 3
When we
rounds.
come back next Tuesday, don't say I'm not gonna tell y'all I told you so. Watch and see.
How you gonna say you
Watch
told
and
you
see.
so
It's
when
gonna
you
be a
pick Fury?
I said no. I did not pick Fury. I said I'm with Wilder. I really want him to win, but
That's not picking him. Yeah, me too.
I really want him to win.
Yeah, I
really
want the
him
Steelers
to
to win
I
every
really
week
do.
too. Don't mean they're gonna win every week.
Yeah,
Emmanuel,
gonna have that conversation,
rounds.
Bishop.
You gave it 3 rounds, Emmanuel.
3 rounds. He don't have no.
No, I give him more than that. I give him more than that. I probably give it around maybe 7 or 8.
Yeah, I don't know if he can. You know what I'm saying? Wilder. One thing about Wilder though, he do got a little chin too though.
Oh yeah, because he took some
I
punches.
think Wilder is going to beat him. I think Wilder is going to beat him.
He needed.
So
I
you,
think
That don't
Wilder is
mean
going to be
nothing.
this going to be an
What
upset.
y'all say about that he need and he hungry and all that don't mean nothing
Yeah.
until you get punched in your face. Look, all that is good until somebody put that do rights in them jabs and he licking and doing all that crazy stuff and hand behind his back. I think Wilder want it. Now don't get me wrong. Like Howard said, he
better
don't
hope
just
Fury
want
come in
this
drunk.
fight. Wilder need this fight.
Yeah, he better hope
He
Fury
need
come
it.
in drinking. Like
He
Fury
need it.
Fury drinking now, and he gonna stop Saturday morning. That's what Wilder got to hope for.
Yeah, that's his only way of winning, and he still
That's
might
his
get
only
knocked out by a drunk boxer. Look, guys, look, we'll finish. Look, we got Emmanuel with us tonight, so we gonna give Emmanuel a chance at the last word. Good show, guys. We had some good conversation. We'll be with you guys every Tuesday night at 9:00 p.m. Eastern time on Kingdom Purpose TV. Go ahead, Emmanuel, give us the last word. Tonight you got 2 minutes.
remember this: faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. But you have to realize you got to see it, you got to say it, and you got to believe it every step you take. God bless.
God bless you guys. Thank you guys. We had an awesome show. We'll see you guys on next Tuesday night.